We're having a safety walk here in Wynford in Maryhill, which is in the centre of Maryhill. We're walking up to two of the local schools that are in the catchment for this area, St Mary's and Parkview. And the reason why we're doing that is there are over 450 children in this part of Maryhill who are in receipt of free school transport, and because of cuts being made by the administration here in Glasgow, there'll be 23 of them who from August will get the free school transport. So that's over 400 children here in this part of Maryhill that are now going to have to pay for their buses, whereas before they were getting free school transport. And the reason why there's so many of them is because there were 3 local schools here in this ward of Maryhill. One of them is behind us today, that were closed down during the last council term. So as a result, most of the children who live here have to go over 1.2 miles away to the local school. Last year there were 3,200 children in Glasgow who were in receipt of free school transport. And these plans will reduce that down to 1,500. Of the 1,500 who are losing the free school transport, over 400 of them are here in Maryhill. And I've worked out that that's roughly going to cost this community up to £200,000 a year. And that £200,000 a year is the sort of money that this community, which is under a lot of financial pressure, it's the sort of money that gets used to buying school shoes, and in some cases actually even pays for the family meal in the evening. I know that I was campaigning during the referendum to ensure that we had an anti-austerity agenda, but we all understand that there are severe financial pressures, but I believe that this particular cut is a cut too far, and I do believe that there are other budget lines that could be looked at first before we put, as I believe, our children's safety at risk. We'll be going on to Maryhill Road, we'll be walking up to the Forth and Clyde Canal. There's an aqueduct there where it's proposed that the children are supposed to walk under. Before we enter the aqueduct, we have a pinch in the pavement that reduces down below 1 metre. Now 1 metre is the width distance that makes a safe route to travel, but I have my measuring tape here which I'm going to measure. Again, I have already done it already, but it is most definitely under 1 metre, and it's on that basis, the fact that the rules are stating that a safe route is over 1 metre in width. I'll be showing today with all of these people that it's actually under 1 metre, and on that basis I will be hoping that the executive member for education and the leader of the council will now deem that this route is unsafe and will then reassess the route as such being unsafe and give everybody who's here today back their free school transport.
In 2009 I was standing here trying to stop them closing the 2 primary schools that are here, and at that time promises were made to families in one of the most deprived parts of Glasgow, saying that we're sorry for closing your schools, but it'll be better for your education, they said, which we disagreed with at the time. They said, but don't worry, you'll get a bus to your new primary schools. And just a few years later, here they are cutting that vital bus service for parents and children who can't afford an alternative, and the walk up Maryhill Road is incredibly dangerous. They've already saved millions of pounds from people in Maryhill because they've closed our local primary schools, and now the next time they come for a cut, they're taking our school buses away. That's an attack in impoverished people in our local area, and it'll affect the attendance of young people at school, it'll affect their ability to learn at school, and it'll put childcare arrangements for families at risk.
Another issue is the learning of the children, and I feel that some of the children, obviously we're having to walk that journey, end up every morning and then every afternoon. I'll start to get scunnered to school. They closed 27 schools citywide. Schools are now filled to the brim, and children outside their area are having to walk to other areas. There's all sorts of children affected within the city, 400 in our ward, and needs to stop.
But to give a little bit of perspective on this, I remember being here in 2009 with a number of the faces here as we tried to save Wynford and St Gregory's School. Just up the road we tried to save St Agnes's School. At that time we said it would directly impact on our families and on our communities, and we were told no. It did directly impact on our families and our communities. They said they had to do it because it would improve the educational attainment of children. It hasn't done that. But they did say at the time, and many parents have confirmed this to me, that don't worry, one of the things we'll make sure we guarantee you is a bus service to your new schools. Well, that guarantee clearly wasn't worth the paper it's written on. And for some people who say it's just a walk up the road, imagine doing that walk when you've got 3 children, 2 to go to the primary school, 1 to go to a nursery, and you're holding down a full-time job in work poverty. You're not getting your free school meals, you're paying £1.50 a day for your school meal. Are you going to sustain that job? Is City of Glasgow trying to improve the lot for the working poor? Or are they trying to push them back onto benefits? This is ill-considered in many different ways, and I know today's all about the safety of young people and families as they walk up the road, but it goes deeper, it goes way beyond that. It goes to the educational attainment of young people in some of our most deprived communities.
So here we are at the first safety issue. There is no safe crossing here, and the cars are weaking round from Maryhill Road, trying to quickly go into Kelvindale Road. There is no safe crossing here. It's the first point where it's unsafe.
So look at that drain, right?
A metre supposedly is a safe walking width. That there just been measured 96 centimetres, is definitely under. This is not safe. It's not safe for you, it's not safe for our families, it's certainly not safe for our children.
They will assemble it.
Okay, I'm coming to the bridge. I may lose the signal. Who knows? Look at this. This is nuts. Freaking hell. Look at that. That's a disgrace.
GRA trains.
Yeah.
Always blocked.
Always blocked, yeah.
Always flooded.
So
Robber. Bad muck, slippery.
Yeah.
People sliding on, all that.
And this is a good day. This is a good summer
this
day.
Is summer, this is
my
summer.
God. Right.
By the way, the traffic is less busy than
Yeah, absolutely.
coming here at 8:30 in the morning would be.
Here's an example. Imagine trying to get your 8-year-old across that road there. How on earth would you do that? Impossible. Utterly impossible.
That's the wee lassie who's not doing lost her life.
Just not there.
Sophie Brannan.
So how far do we have to go, Fran? How far are we going now?
We're nearly halfway there now.
Nearly halfway there.
Aye.
Oh dear God.
So you could picture this in cold winter.
Yeah.
Freezing cold conditions, rain, snow, different other things. And it's not only the kids that go to school.
Yeah.
It's the mammies and it's the wee brothers and wee sisters.
Of course.
No, and many years ago you could just watch your kid walking there in a local primary school.
Yeah.
And you could end up out after your other two kids that weren't at school. Nowadays you have to get up an hour earlier.
Yeah.
Maybe an hour and a half earlier. Dress all your children.
Yeah.
Even the ones who's not gone to school, and prepare them for a long, long walk. Children obviously will not want to go to school by the time they're old enough to get to school because of the long walk. So we really need education very locally.
When do we want to pull out? Definitely August to June, Monday to Friday, but we'll let you know if we need that extra.
What do we want them to do? It's a disgrace to society.
But anyway, you'll get 3
That is
It's a-
absolutely crazy.
It's a fair trek, and okay, we're not exactly walking at a lightning pace, but that's
Yeah.
kind of the point.
Yeah.
Because when you're walking with your kids up to the school,
Of course.
you're not walking at a lightning pace. Kids
Yeah.
get distracted, the busy roads.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's a fairly realistic representation of what it's going to be like. So my worry, my concern would be a lot of parents just don't send their kids to school in the particularly bad weather.
Yeah.
And obviously all the, and understand why, because I think their kids' safety.
Yeah.
But attendance is the number one rule to raise educational attainment in communities. It's kids who are sporadically absent from schools that fall behind early on, and they struggle to catch up. For some people watching this, they might go, "Oh, geez, just walk it, just do it."
Yeah.
But we're talking about a group of people who've got a lot of barriers put in front of them already towards accessing quality services and good education. And this is a barrier they don't need.
On this floods down here, the water comes right up, spreads across the road, and anybody walking either this way or that direction
It's so.
is either soaking.
55 minutes that's taken us. I'm struggling. Don't know how it would be if I was carrying or walking a young child.
So basically, I'd either have to cut back in bills, cut back on food, cut back in clothes. I would really need to rearrange my whole house and the finances in my house to be able to afford to bring my kids up to school on the bus. I know people say it's only £1 a day, but if you've got 3 kids, and then yourself, you're talking maybe £5–6 a day.
As an ex-teacher, one of the main things is educationally it's an absolute disgrace. Am I right in thinking that children with additional support needs will still get bused? Yes. So straight away you're stigmatising children, you're creating a division. You'll have kids who've had to walk all the way there in the winter, turning around and saying to the wee kid next to them, so how come you get the bus and I don't? That creates a division, it creates stigma, which is totally against all the inclusion, social inclusion, educational inclusion ethos of our education system. So I really do think that in all terms this is disgraceful.
I think just very briefly, my day job is a member of the Scottish Parliament, but I'm actually here as a member of the community. I stay about a 15-minute walk up that way. When the schools were closed in the Wynford, I stayed a stone's throw down the road 5 minutes away. This is my community, and I'm delighted we've got really good quality local councillors standing up against Glasgow City Council, and I know our MPs Patrick Grady and Anne McLaughlin are fighting this, and myself as a member of the Scottish Parliament for the SNP, I'm fighting this as well. But actually this is community-led, not politician-led. We're members of our own community, and it might be our job to represent our communities, but we're part of our communities, and it's a community-led campaign, and we will give you all and every support we can, not just to maintain services in our communities, like I said at the start, but I joined politics to actually extend services in communities and to improve communities, not to mitigate cuts that are coming. And I think it's by communities being in control like this, yes, working in partnership with us as your elected representatives, but that's what it's about, being community led, and I'm proud to be part of that. Thank you everyone today.